Welcome back to Alan's Trains, and we're going to continue with Railway Street from the Commercial Hotel with some of the buildings on the way down to Downing's Foundry. This was previously the location of Downing's Foundry, but I've had to move it to another part of the layout so that I can build the terraced houses and the commercial pub as they led down to Downing's. So this is the main area of the layout that's going to be rebuilt. And I've shown here that this was the commercial hotel that I built last time, and this is the relocated Downing's Foundry. I've had to remove quite a bit of the existing scenery. From this archive photograph, it shows the commercial pub at the front leading down to Downing's Foundry. I first of all did this drawing and then cut it out and placed it on the model. I then placed the commercial pub in place so I could get a feel for the space I had available. I drew the terrace houses and then cut them out in paper and tried them to see what they looked like against the pub for scale. Once I was satisfied, I then cut them out in the card that I would construct the building from. The cut-out terraced houses were then dovetailed into the opening at the back of the pub. I then started the construction of the roof, and on completion I tried it against the plan that I had on the layout. I then commenced with the tiles for the roof so that these would appear as individual tiles. I then tried the completed building complete with the chimneys, the doors and the window frames against the pub. The pub was a completely different finish as it was a rendered building. The two terrace houses at the back of this photograph were demolished to make way for a new office. As there was no photograph of the office, I had to try and recollect what it looked like. Demolition of the houses in the area commenced around 1963, so I decided to build a couple of houses as they were being demolished. The first job was to build the king post roof trusses. I built these in Inkscape. I then coloured the trusses ready to place onto the building. I covered the main building in Scale Scenes brick paper. I then added the window headers and sills taken from the drawings I had. The interior walls were coloured, and then the window frames were added, the doors and some boarded up windows. I then added the roof trusses, and I made some spare roof trusses to put on the scenery as if they'd been removed from the model. As shown here, the rear of the building was virtually the same, covered in Scale Scenes paper, window frames and doors and boarded up windows. I then added the roof that was still complete, ready to put the roof tiles on. I then coloured the floors, internal upstairs and downstairs, and also added some bits of timber that would have been laid around as the building was being demolished. And here the building was in place, and the offices and Downing's Foundry. Downing's was a very old company from the 1800s and had links to the railway of that era. Unfortunately, it closed in 1979 due to a downturn in the industry. This view takes a look at the buildings so far, and in front of this there will be other houses, another factory unit, all the streets to put in, all of the pavements, and a lot more weathering to do. Hope you liked the video. See you next time. Thanks for watching.